Welcome in, everyone. Been trying to get some time together to get this video out. Just talking about my goals for 2025 for YouTube and for streaming and collecting and everything all together. Last year I had a goal to get to 540 subs, I think, and I think we were just shy of that. But at this point in almost the middle of April, we have surpassed that. I don't really have a firm number for a goal for this year, but what I would like is to have more subs than videos. But between one of my goals, which is to get a video a week out, adding in one live stream for every week, that's possible another 100 videos this year. So no real firm numbers for anything, because the videos will keep going up and the number of videos I have will go up. But if we can get like three subs a week, we'll come out ahead. So, and eventually we'll get past, we'll have more subs and videos, which would be great. But I would like to have enough views to possibly make partner this year. It would be cool to do that. I don't know how to do it, but I'd love to be a guest at a convention for a small YouTuber or small streamer, or just a collector in general, or something about the early Sega history. Take the Sega wall to a convention and display it and do like a little museum thing. One thing I'm contemplating, thinking about is possibly taking a break from streaming. Just sometimes I'm having a hard time getting myself to get through a stream. Trying to figure out what to stream, I think, is part of the issue. Like, I want to stream stuff that I'm going to beat. Like, I want to stream stuff that I'm going to play to completion, because it helps me with the other goal, or not necessarily the goal, but for the 14-ish console challenge, which this year I'm not going to worry so much about the number of consoles, but I just want to try and beat more games I have in my collection, because then that will help possibly reduce some of the collection. Because if I play a game and I'm like, all right, I played that, I don't think I'm ever going to want to play it again, it can leave the collection. Or that wasn't a really great game, that can leave the collection. If you saw the other video, I'll try to post a link to it, maybe up here and in the description. I have a goal, or a challenge, it's more of, to buy only 12 games this year, and it could be less, but part of that 12 game challenge, I've already bought 3 games, and I'm going to pick up Space Marine 2 eventually, and Metroid Prime 4 whenever it releases. So there's 5 of 12 games, so I have 7 games left. And so when I go to conventions and stuff, it's going to be really interesting, because I'm not going to be able to just buy a bunch of games. I'm going to have to be very specific about what I'm looking at, what I'm buying. But a quick caveat for that is, if I beat 10 games, I can add 1 to the number of games that I can buy this year. And if I sell 10 games and they're out of the collection, I can add 1 to the number I can buy this year. But I'm going to really try, I think, to stick to just 12. But I'm going to continue to try to reduce the collection, and not just video games, but the Lego, the action figures, because I want to be able to display more of it and have less of it in boxes. But then also go through the stuff that I have in boxes, and if I don't really care about displaying it ever, get it out of here. But I'm not planning on selling at SEGI this year or any other big conventions. Like, all the conventions will be going to enjoy being at convention and hanging out with people, which when I was selling I couldn't do, because even when someone would come up and we would start talking, someone would come along after a minute or two, and it's like, okay, well, I gotta try and sell my wares. And everyone was really respectful of that, and if they could, they'd make it back around later. But yeah, looking forward to 3 days at SEGI. But yeah, I really want to keep organizing, displaying. I've been sorting through Lego. I'll do a quick Bionicle sets. And there's some old Bionicle and Star Wars sets. Here's some pirate sets and some adventure sets, and just sets that I've picked up over the years. And I don't think I'm going to let them all go, but I'm trying to check what I've got and then decide what I want to keep. I think a lot of the early Star Wars stuff doesn't really matter to me, and so I might let that go. But that's nothing really crazy or big this year that I'm trying to plan on doing. But I'm trying to keep it realistic, trying to make sure I'm still having fun with it. Because that's the big thing, is I want to have fun collecting and playing, and the streams will depend on if I can get it to where I'm enjoying the games as I stream them, or if I just need a break, I need to take a break and just play some stuff offline. I haven't beat any games in March yet, and it's the 11th when I'm recording this, so it's like, ooh, I beat 8 games in the last 2 months, and I might not beat any this month. But for now, the plan is to stream Shadows of the Empire and try to beat that this month, and work on Zelda Skyward Sword for the Cartridge Club Game of the Month for April. But yeah, I did. I think I sold at 3 cons last year. I sold at Sigi. I sold at the one at the Middle Georgia Con, and then there was a Charlie's Collectible show for Lego. And like, Sigi was the best, although I really missed hanging out with people and chatting and running around and looking at stuff, and I didn't go to any of the panels. And then the Middle Georgia Con was a disappointment, so was the Charlie's Collectible show. There wasn't a lot of people there for him, and maybe, I don't know. That was the first time they did it for the Lego, and I think that was the first time the Middle Georgia Con had been in much of a bigger space. So, I don't know. Looking at possibly selling on Whatnot. I've already done a start show to test stuff, and while I was sorting through some of the Lego, but I'm gonna try and sell Lego and some of my extra video games and some of the action figure stuff. And if I can't sell it there, maybe look at eBay or Mercari. If I can't do that, just take it to local shops and be like, run free. You're free. Go home now. What are your goals for the year? Do you have any goals for this year? Do you have any things that you're trying to attain? Any struggles that you're trying to overcome? Man, it seems like it's busy, and half the time when I have time to sit down and do something, I don't want to do anything. So the struggle is real. Pushing through it when I can. I'd like to say I do it all the time, but sometimes I give in and just I'm done for the day. It's time to watch some Samurai Jack, which I just finished watching the whole show. I like it, but man, that ending. Oh. But it was a good show. But there's always Deep Space Nine and Babylon 5. Everyone take care. Hope 2025 is treating you well and will continue to do so. Everyone take care, have fun, be kind to one another, stay safe, keep retro, God bless. Retro or 360, and courage, the cowardly dog. Ooh!